Now, legendary ESPN Hall of Fame basketball analyst Dick Vitale. He's going to join us with all that he's gone through with cancer, as well as his predictions. Maybe I can get a prediction or two for March Madness. Let's bring in Dickie V, everybody!
Wow. I'll tell you one thing, I'm just so honored being on with you. One of my all-time favorites when we worked together at ESPN. I'm so proud of what you have done. I tell people, I know Robin Roberts.
You are the best. We do go back a long way, and I have always thought the world of you, Dick. And what you've gone through these past 3.5 years, I mean, we're talking not one, not two, three, 4 cancers. And in January, when you announced that you were cancer-free, we were texting back and forth to one another. Just tell folks how you're feeling these days.
Yeah, well, you know more than most, cancer is an unbelievable, brutal battle. I know you mentioned I had 4. I will tell you this, Robin, I'll share with you one of the darkest moments I ever had. And I really try to share this for people out there that are battling cancer. But one day I did chemotherapy. I'm in the hospital. Normally I would go and do my chemo. I did about 6 months of chemo, and I would do the chemo and then come home after I did it. Well, bottom line is, that day I was having a tough time. I mean, real tough. And the doctor said, we can't allow you to go home. My family was visiting me. My daughters, my grandkids, they were my wife, and everybody was there. And they were there. They had to leave about 9 o'clock. And all of a sudden, when they left, I began crying hysterically. And the nurse said, what's the matter? She said, what's the matter, Dick? I said, I don't know. I hope that's not the last time I see my family. And I devastated. And she cheered me up. And then I hadn't used my phone, Robin, for about 6 hours. And all of a sudden I said, let me pick my phone up. And I picked my phone up, and I got messages all over from coaches, Calipari, Rick, Tom Izzo, one after another. People, just my phone was flipped because I hadn't used it for 6 hours. And we're all messages saying, hey, you're going to make it. Keep fighting. Jimmy V said, don't give up. Don't ever give up. And it gave me such a lift. It gave me such a lift that I said, you know what? I'm going to beat this. I'm going to beat this. I'm not up. So my message to all of you people, if you know someone that's battling cancer, send them a message. Send them a prayer. It means so much to them. And you cancer patients, remember this. Always think positive and have faith.
Oh, you said it so very well. And how did you feel the love at that ACC championship game, closing out your abbreviated broadcast season after nearly 2 years? You wanted to be there. That meant so much for us. What did it mean to you, Dick?
It meant so much. I'll tell you one thing, Robin. To be at courtside was really special. The best medicine I could have received, because I had 5 major vocal cord cancer surgeries, and there were people that told me I'll never be able to talk again in terms of ever getting on TV. But Dr. Steven Zeitels is unbelievable, and he's worked on people like Steven Tyler, Lionel Richie, James Taylor, you name them, the best up in Boston. I thank him so much for hanging with me and finally getting through to where my voice came back to at least I can kind of live and do what I want.
I tell you, that arena just erupted. How those kids, they love you, the coaches, the players, and everything. Now, Dick, before you were a PTP status primetime player, you were a diaper dandy. You called ESPN's very first college basketball game back in the day. I mean, were you, in your darkest moments, did you think that maybe you had called your final game?
Oh my God, I can't believe that. That was December 5, 1970, doing that first game, and 45 years later, I'll tell you this, Robin, I don't feel I've lost any energy. I'm 85. I act like 21. Girls tell me all the time, my grandkids, and I really just love life, and I love people. I love people, and we got a tournament going on now, and I know on the women's side, it's really interesting because when you look at the women's basketball bracket, you got 2 teams there. For example, I think that Connecticut is going to get by Southern Cal because they're playing without the superstar Juju Watkins. And I think they'll beat them. And I look on the other side, I think we're going to see Texas Christian beat Texas and move on and join UCLA, #1 overall pick, and Dawn Staley's team with South Carolina. My feeling is when it's all said and done, I think Paige Beckers takes Connecticut to meet Miss Daly, and I think that Daly, and I'll tell you this, I think South Carolina with Dawn, who's unreal,
Yes.
she's won 3 national. And Gino Auriemma, I think is going to be the battle for the national title.
How about the men?
men's
How about
side-
the men? How about the men? Who do you have for the men?
What, the men? The men's side, we're talking Duke, and they play Houston. Houston's a great defensive team, but Duke separates itself. They're the only team in the nation, Robin, that does it offensively and defensively. Top 5 in the nation in both categories. So I got Duke beating Houston. Duke playing Florida for the national championship. I've had that prediction from day one. I don't change, and I think I'm going to be celebrating at Duke. And I know Michael Strahan's daughter is down there. She'll be
How'd you know he was over here?
I got 3 on scholarship playing tennis at Duke. Hey, I couldn't spell Duke, Robin. If they would get in school, spell Duke, and they gave me the D, I'd screw it up.
You are the only one. I know you're going to be seeing Michael. Thank you for honoring our friend at your big gala that is coming up, and all that you have done for pediatric cancer, Dick, means so very, very much.
We were looking forward to honoring Michael big time because, you know, he knows a lot about cancer and dealing with his daughter, Isabella, and what she went through. Michael is off the charts, the interest. And anybody that wants to know more about it or wants to join my team and donate, go to dickvitale.com. It's for pediatric cancer. Right now, Michael, we're at $92.8 million that we've raised, and we're going over, with you being honored, we're going over $100 million on May 2nd. So if you're interested more about the gala, please go to dickvitale.com.
Well, Dick, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. And with these 3 here donating, we'll hit over 100 million.
Hey, Dick, thank you. Thank you. Boy, your voice sounds great. It sounds strong. Hopefully you'll be back again to be able to call some games next season, but we'll wait until that.
I love you. I absolutely. You know, one prediction I made in my life after working with you, I told my wife, and I wrote this in a book too. I said, Robin Robinson's not long for us at ESPN. She's going big.
Thank you.
Yeah, we did really well. You're a special lady. You inspire so you and your beautiful lady Amber as well.
I love you so much. Please give Lorraine your bride.
Yes.
She's still your bride after all these years. Give her a big hug for us.
We love you, Dick.
Thank you.
Yes, we
Thank
do.
you for joining. Dick
Thank you,
Vitale,
Dick.
ladies and gentlemen.
He's just the greatest.
He is.
So cute.